Let me see. Are you taking them? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. All right. And I might be turned a little bit this way. Properties that we're looking at. And then math. Those are laws. So, while you guys are writing that down, let's say that Ryan is late to school. He's driving now and he's late to school. And you see the stop sign. He can have some choices to make, right? He's running late. He can stop at the stop sign like he's supposed to. Everything's good. He might be late, but everything's good. He could decide to run the stop sign. If he ran the stop sign, he could get away with it, couldn't he? Yeah. Or there could be a cop sitting there, and the cop would pull him over and give him a ticket. Now is he going to be late to school?
Yeah.
And he got a ticket. Or he could run the stop sign and hit somebody. Couldn't he? That's possible. And then you go to jail for 20 years.
Well, he's too young too, so...
Yeah, but he might go for a while. He'd go to juvie. Think about it. Now, here's what math laws are. Ryan, you gotta pay attention. What math laws are is if you break them, you're gonna get it wrong. In other words, a cop's sitting there every time. You're at least gonna get a ticket. Alright, so here is the first law or property we're going to learn in math. What I want you to do is skip down, well actually write this first. And Sam, can you see this okay?
Yeah.
Alright. I know I'm not. Commutative property. I'm not speaking to the camera, but then I'm not used to that. Commutative says, it's not community, is it? Commute. What's it mean if somebody commutes? What do they do?
It means they're driving somewhere.
And then doing what?
Then...
And then driving
back.
Back and forth every day. So, whose dad or mom commutes to work? Okay, I'm going to pick somebody perfect for this. Let me see. I'm going to pick Riley. Riley, you got blonde hair. Anybody else in here have blonde hair?
Ooh, I got blonde hair.
Yeah, kind of blonde hair. Riley, I'm going to save you for a little bit then. Okay, go over here. Somebody over here. Shelby Dome, is your dad commute?
Yeah.
But you got red hair. I'm going to save you for later. Alright. We'll do, well, Cody, do you ever cook?
Me?
Yeah.
Cook?
Yes.
Yes.
You do. Okay, then it'll work. Okay, here's the deal. I want you to draw a picture of Cody's house. So I want you to skip, okay, listen, skip 2 lines, 1, 2, and then come down here and draw a picture of Cody's house.
Do we have to really draw the side
Yes.
of the dirt road?
You can put a dirt road or wherever you want. Okay, there's his house, draw the road. This goes with the understanding what this property is. Now, does your dad drive a truck, Cody?
My mom drives a van.
Well, your dad's going to get a brand new red truck, okay?
My dad, he drives a red truck that looks like a van.
That's fine.
Because it has one of those covers on the back.
Okay, the cover on the back. Alright, there we go. There is Cody's dad's truck.
Oh, I like it.
It is, isn't it beauty? You're going to put him in there driving it.
I'm
Every day on the way to work, Cody's dad stops at McDonald's.
I knew you were going to say that too. How'd you know?
Jeffrey, realize this is going to be on YouTube and your mom can hear you yelling out. Now,
I should move this that way.
he goes to McDonald's, and where does Cody work? Where does he work?
School?
I mean your dad, sorry.
He works for an energy company.
Okay. So,
It's in St. Clair.
we're going to make a little factory that produces energy down here. There's a smokestack for the energy company. Now here's where the property comes in. Every day, Cody's dad in the morning goes to McDonald's and he drives 25 miles to get to McDonald's.
Is your dad big?
Plus, then he drives another 30 miles to get to work. Now on the way back home, so now we're going to swing it this way. Every single day he stops at McDonald's on the way home, and here's why. So he does his 30 miles, stops at McDonald's, because sometimes Cody cooks. And when Cody cooks and he gets home, sometimes the dogs won't even eat it. My mom did that one time. She made a supper and none of us would like eat it. And my job was to feed the dogs. So I took the leftovers, which was most of them, out and put them in a dog dish. The dogs wouldn't touch it. So I ran. Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
Did I tell you that? That's true. So then I ran back inside and I told my mom, I yelled, I says, "Hey mom, the dogs won't eat the leftovers." And then that made her cry. I didn't mean to make her cry, but I was just like, "Oh, cool, man, this really was bad stuff."
The first time I cooked pancakes, and they were better than my mom's. That's not.
Yeah, but I'll bet you burn stuff. So I'll get your question in a second. Every time you stop. Good. Every time he stops at McDonald's, and then he has to drive 25 miles because he goes back home. So here's what this property says. It says, hey, if you go 25 miles first and then add 30, it's exactly the same as driving 30 miles first and then adding 25. Because either way, how far does he drive? 55 miles, right? Now that seems kind of silly, but this works for addition. But if you try it with subtraction, we'll just look at it over here. If I go, is 1 minus 10 the same thing as 10 minus 1?
No.
So it doesn't work. Would it work for multiplication?
Yes. Yeah.
Is 4 times 3 the same thing as 3 times 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so put a little x up here for times. How about division? A lot of you, I've worked on this quite a bit. Same?
No.
A lot of people think those are 3 for both of them. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Yeah, but don't cross multiply. I'm just asking if they're equal.
Nope.
And by the way, 6 times 6 is 36 and 2 times 2 is 4. They're not the same, are they? This is 3. What's 2 divided by 6?
.24?
0.3.2.
It's actually 0.3 repeating if you do it out of the
I
calculator.
said .3. Yes. I guessed .24 and I was close.
So, do you guys understand what commutative property says? It tells you that 1 plus 2 is going to be the same thing as 2 plus 1. So the order can change, and it's okay. But can only change if it's addition or multiplication. That's it. Okay, so that is our first story, commutative property.